What's up, guys? It is Venus Has Risen. I did stream earlier today, um, and I just wanted to play something fun. Um, excuse me, my voice keeps trying to go out, which is not good for what I'm about to stream, mind you. Um, I'm about to stream this game called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I streamed it a couple nights ago. It was gifted to me by another streamer named Muhalu. Special shout out to her. I would also like to give a special shout out to Luckless Monster, who gave me a sub 3 hours ago. And I got the alert that something happened, but I didn't know what it was until like an hour later when my stream was almost over because I had a tab. So hopefully I have my um, widgets fixed where they tell me what's going on because I only have one monitor. If not, I opened my tablet up because my phone was not telling me what I needed to know. So let's get into it, shall we? There we go. Oh, what's with the age 10? Oh, this can go away. Okay. I'm really stressed right now. So, gotcha. Strato Colony. Talk to this person. Dice is hanging out near... Oh, I've already talked to him. You need a break soon. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her, where her study partner used to tease her. Play with her. She's really sweet. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nano printer creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears picked up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Venus, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection, a disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, and two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly, who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll awkwardly around when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be braid dancing at a club. The two of you spend the entire afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Does that... No, I played with dolls. That should have brought my character's stress down. What is this place? Ah, here we go. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps and eats and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge, cafeteria, and a creche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. Why the heck would Mars and Dice be together? It's nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some downtime. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Well, of course we're gonna join Tammy. Cal is braiding Tammy's long hair and weaving in strands of little colored baubles. This one's called a waterfall braid, I think. I saw an archive vid, but it's really tricky. He's doing a terrible job of it, his short, clumsy fingers getting all tangled in the strands. Let's see. If I had a higher creativity, I could do that one. I could make fun of them, or I could volunteer. You sit behind him as he sits behind her like a mini conga line. You braid some short strands of Cal's hair, putting one of the little baubles at the end of each one. He finishes Tanny's hair. It's almost recognizable as a waterfall braid, then touches his own braid and giggles. Now we'll do yours, they shout in unison. You jokingly try to escape, but Cal sits on your legs while Tammy gives you a beautiful braid. Yes, all my stress is done. Early pollen. Who's this chick? I don't think I've met her. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Let's make our own list. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard, taking pictures of all the different vertumen plants you can find, making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius shrubbius and Purpurus gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tang doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Oh, she has a cute nickname. Ooh. Finally! I can register for engineering classes. Heck yeah. Using Congruent's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. You are now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering class. Done. And now, I can study engineering for the month. Professor Howell rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. He winks. It's weird. We'll be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Tangent raises her hand. Will we also learn nuclear engineering? She asks. Professor Howell nods. Yes, at a beginner level, we'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine rooms to learn how our ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony. They have a nuclear reactor on the ship? Heck yeah. Gotta have that flush. I don't understand why that's not a 4 in the row. But, whatever. Heck yeah. Well, except the stress part, but that's whatever. Uh-oh. You wake from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Venus, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes wearily. You were having the weirdest dream. Give me 2 seconds to take a drink. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Antecedent is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off to the creche, humming to herself. Go get that free candy. I don't want any candy. Free candy. Oh, she's pretty. I haven't met her before. In the cafeteria, antecedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, fluffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Venus, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's sweet at first, then it's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nano printer can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everybody is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down the candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair. You think, pale pink and so soft. You decide you keep some to give to her later. You're relaxing in your family quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask you what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between... Oh, come on. I knew I shouldn't have gone for the damn candy. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, she sits down and I almost don't want to keep reading. Like, I feel like I'm about to cry. Like, oh. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Venus, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. There it is. Your classmate Tammy has died. You try to understand her words. Tammy, dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give to Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but it comes out like a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at your mind blank. Oh, jeez. This game got even darker real freaking fast. Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken hollow projector. It was just an accident. You pressed her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, somebody so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why. This chick, look at this face. She does not look sad. At all. Testing. Is my mic working? Double check. Double check. Okay. Okay. I was gonna be real upset if I had already been streaming however long I've been streaming already and my mic wasn't working. I was about to be real sad. Cause oh my goodness, the roller coaster of emotions, like did I get this character killed because I chose to like befriend her? And if that's the case, is like every character is Dice gonna die? Whoa. You aren't used to dealing with death. In and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams that small, sticky red clump of clay. Dang. That is rough. Kind of wondering how the rest of this game is gonna go, to be honest. It's like, it is very, very interesting, for sure. So, we shall see. I will speak to this person. Tang is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that hull ejector to break. Professor Howell said it was just recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Venus. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Me too, girl. Me too. You know, I've been, not going near the rest of this. The garrison, a small team, Okay. Nimini is checking rocks at Strato, sending metallic clanks through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crash, stupid space station. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces. Oh. This game is really emotional. Stupid everything. Why she have to die? It's not fair. Kids are not supposed to die. Holly, if you are watching this, what the heck did you make me play? What the heck did you get me for a game? Oh my goodness. All skills are reduced by 1 for 3 months because my character's in mourning. And her stress went up to 6. Oh my goodness. Alright, Dice, don't let me down. Alright. Can you believe Tammy died? Dice asked morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holo projector. The one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand, and bam, she was dead before she even landed. I could either say, wow, really, or ew, I didn't want to know that. Dice suddenly looks embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeve of his oversized jacket, but that's kind of a cool way to die. Really, Dice? I guess you are one of the darker characters. I didn't even know I could do all this. Cool. Talk to this person. Oh yeah, because we all just got done braiding each other's hair and shit. Damn. That's a tough break, for sure, for sure. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday too. Him and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you always giggle about how obviously they were going to be together forever and ever like a princess and a knight. Oh, and the joke that she could have made about them two sitting in a tree. Damn, talk about foreshadowing. I could be mean and say at least you finally left your quarters. What? No, I'm not gonna be mean. I say, I missed her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking at you. You can see how red and puffy his eyes are. Me, really, really too. Damn, just like, rip out your heartstrings. I need to start playing more Otome games. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I pick some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Dude, they're flowers. Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Yeah. I ain't talking to you. You gave me bad news. Your dad gives you a hug and says, sorry you're feeling blue. Things will... He doesn't even call me a vegetable. What? I mean, I was complaining about the vegetable names, but... Damn. This shit's kind of, kind of sad, you know? Like, this makes me so sad. Alright, enough procrastinating. Let's face the music. Wow. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Venus. Talk about, oh, hey, somebody to be annoyed with. Drink time. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. You stared down the hill to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. She was so nice to everybody. Which do I do? Let's do nice to everybody. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everybody's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Minister Seek is looking for you. I guess they need somebody to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by your thoughts. I couldn't do the delivery job before. I found a hefty red Xeno egg. I'm sorry. It doesn't give me like an inventory. That's yeah, see. Xenofauna, and I just found a Xeno egg. Yeah. And my character's in mourning, which means she can't do any jobs she couldn't do before, so. I'm gonna be productive. And I'm gonna study. Life sciences, because I have an egg. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't know those were things. Let's see. do. Yeah, I am amazing. Blub blub blub. So I started saying like blub 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 for like mermaid stuff. And I don't know why, because I've been thinking about rebranding. Not necessarily like like get rid of my mermaid stuff, but I want to make my brand where it's like I can swap out stuff on like my model and stuff for whatever mood I'm feeling. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the whole month off, or you could go back to work. And your options are, yes, I'll attend. No, I want to group by myself. No, I'm too busy. Tammy who? Yes, I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores. But you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times the colonists passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertuma, and the first one for someone you actually knew. How big is that ship for it to be for somebody you didn't know? Like, dang. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mama and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today. She begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully toward life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertuma home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. They want to eat her. The ceremony is adjourned, but few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Her stress is at an 80. 5 force her to work. She ain't got hardly no kudos to spin though. Just saying. Yeah, might as well. I love the little, animation it gives with the changing of the seasons. Minus 50 stress, she's down to 30. Still age 10. The prospect of just going back to school like everything is normal is too much to handle. You end up spending the whole month alternating between sleeping, scrolling the whole net, and staring into space. It's restful at least. It never gives you the time you need to process Tammy's death. Next month. Talk to Tange. Venus, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Who? Dice? You mean my buddy? Dice? Dish? Oh. Yes, Dice, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing ever since we landed. I rarely see him anymore. He doesn't come home at night sometimes, and She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late. People are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tank is the one worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I talked to him. I'll find out. I'll find out. He hasn't wanted to talk to me. Thank you, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Of course, Tang doesn't get worried. Alright. What to do? Talk to this guy first. Cal is riding around the geoponic gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden, shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Venus. Real ground is way harder to hover on than the ship's floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside. We all have to adapt. Adapt! Yeah, Cal exclaims. Things are actually way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. A what now? It's like round and the sides go up. Cal gestures to the bowl so you can do hover tricks. He jumps on his board and shows you how it's done. Just watch him. You spend a lazy hour watching Cal ride around the bowl trying to do tricks and sometimes even landing them. Mostly he falls off, but he's right back on a moment later. The air is so fresh and nice out here, it's weird experiencing temperature. You start getting a little chilly as the first sun goes down and the slightly cooler, more blue sun rises. Cal, of course, doesn't know it all. So they have 2 sons, but one of them's like a different color. That's weird. Also, that begs the question: It if you take into account like the colors of fire, I don't know. I don't know. Science is not like my crazy strong suit, so I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. Then again, this is a science fiction story, so we're gonna ignore you two, and we're gonna talk to him. You tell Dice that sister wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes briefly float tears. They vaguely off towards the engineering wing, where his sister's reading her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. Where do you go? You better tell me or else just Layla. That one has a heart by it. His eyes light up and he whispers, I bet you'd like it out there, Venus. He motions to the past, stretching away from the colony. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. I can sneak out now? You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. I'm small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down a small drain pipe half hidden behind the sports field. Small kids like Dice could fit through it, or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. Oh no. Now I gotta put brother against sister and friend. Oh no. You tell Tangent you know where Dice has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out and exploring the jungle, not far away but outside the walls. Tangent looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? Probably not. I'll keep him safe. How about I keep him safe? She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Venus, but you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. I think... I'm gonna work in the garden and shovel dirt this month. Ooh, it's a hot one. Shoveling under the punishing heat of the suns is sweaty work. You try to stay hydrated and take a lot of breaks, but every day after work you practically collapse in the showers and have to wait for your strength to come back. Get to work. Shoveling dirt. Ooh. Don't ask me how I did that. I'm still figuring that crap out. But I got some toughness. And I gained a friendship point with Cal? What? It's time for Virtumalia. Utica and the Council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Virtuma. Everyone gathers in the colony square and hear the Governor Udica's speech. In Earth's history, Udica begins, then clears her throat and waits for everyone quiet to In Earth's history, Virtuma was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. Snow coincidence that our forebears of the Rotuma project chose to take on such an auspicious name in hopes of seeding the future bountiful seasons of humanity. We'll continue this tradition of Virtumala, a midsummer festival, to celebrate our own Virtuma, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Yawn or clap? I'm a yawn. Oh, I just gained a rebellion point. You start to tune the speeches out after that. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to say something. When it's your mother, her mother's name is Flulu? Flulu? Huh. She announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumen soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinter, spiced up with what freshest fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the Earth's plants looked even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by Vertumen plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy Watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council said their piece. What is a festival without festivities? Professor Howell and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join in? Bot wrestling, talent show, science fair. I'll just watch. Competitions are dumb. So apparently I'm not creative enough for the talent show, but I am tough enough for the bot wrestling and reasonable enough for the science fair. Let's see. Reasoning. I'm gonna go with reasoning, 'cause that's what I have the most of. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro-recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could be now turned to new systems. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring, but she puts a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judges are all very interested in what you're bringing to the table to compete against Tangent. Ooh. Looks like that's the highest one. Oh, interesting. 10. It's 12. Done. Yeah, there's no way of winning that one. Baking soda volcano. Oh, I should have gone with the bot wrestling. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much needed break during the fierce heat of dust. A few days rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Aww. Cal looks up at the sky, shading his eyes. I wonder when it's gonna rain again. The heat doesn't bother me none, but after a while the plants are gonna get all toasty. Found something you might like or done. Aww, I don't get to keep it. Okay. Is that an alien egg? Wow, I wonder what's inside. If it's still warm, maybe we can hatch it. I lifts it up and scrutinizes it. Amnini's always talking about wanting to get a big old alien egg. If this one's not fertilized, I'll give it to her. Ah, cool. Alright, dice. Despite the heat, dice remains covered head to toe black. It's not that hot, he mumbles. I still can't dare him to eat worms. Does this interest you? Cancel. Done. Okay. Oh, this person's got something to say. Nini's bouncing a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep in the air. Heads up, she shouts, bumps the ball in your direction, think fast. Can't do tricks, so either bounce back or like a ball flying towards you. Bounce back. Bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. And he tells you about sports ball court, a proper regulation size court, way bigger than the little 0G1 Sphere. Her brother Calm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. I unlocked sports ball. Cool. He's so great. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me how to play awesome like him. You should join us. Doesn't mean if I go over here, I can... Ah. Small team led by security chief Rat was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertuma, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. I'm guessing it's like volleyball. Nini meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other. My brother Calm is organizing the U team. She tells you. He's kind of cute for a character. I like the colors of this game. They're like when it's stationary like this, it's very pretty. Umbucha offers you a high five and greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. I was right, it's probably volleyball. Or maybe basketball? It could be. Let's start with the excuse me. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and your team captains pick your team. I'm gonna choose Cal. And if I play goalie, sports is fun, but I don't really like to score against their team. Maybe it's soccer. Anini chooses kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Your next choice is Mars. I'll play Spiker. Mars runs to take position. Seems like she's in it for glory. Hopefully she'll want to share some of that with the rest of the team. You face off 3-on-3. Start the game. Goal 27 out of 3 rounds. Okay. That's 6. That is also 6. That's 4. That's 5. And that's 8. Alright. That's 7. That's 10. That's 8. Yeah, that's next round. It's 9. Win? Blah blah blah. I don't know why I started saying that. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied with Ononi and Calm putting the pressure on. Then bam, you scored the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. Victorious. Heck yeah. Still age 10, my toughness went up a little bit. Perception. I got a little bit of engineering in there now. Awesome. I can sneak out. I really want to, though. Let's do it. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via Expedition Depot flag or the home button on the top left of your screen. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. You slip through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone except for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could that be? Is that Dice? He turns and disappears in the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dice. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Follow him, of course. Stress. You scamper after him through the bush, heedless of branches and brambles, scraping your arms, legs. Without proper envirosuit, you'll get scratched up. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dennis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. But he was just right there. Animals challenge. Your way is blocked by a strange small creature with one foot. Oh, I didn't even notice that part. And four eyes. I thought that was just cute ears. It's like half frog, half rodent. Two of which blink sideways on the top of its head like frog eyes. Oh, this must be a hop-eye. You've heard people talk about them, but you've never seen one up close. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground really loud. He even has like a forked tail. What's his deal? Challenge! That's 5. That's 5. That's 7. That's also 7. That's 5. That's 3. That's 4. It's like 7's the most. So I got 4. That's 10. That's 8. That's 8. That's 9. That's 8. That's 6. Ten is the magic number. Alright, final round. 10. Heck yeah. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you to stay away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. You stop for lunch eating on Earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. Okay, I completely butchered that sentence. You stop for lunch eating and not on an Earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon, nice and sweet, like a more solid Watato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Practice spitting out the seeds. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. Go ahead and return back to the colony. Heck yeah. Tangent is watching a construction crew building scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter pole and stack it in place. She points for them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing in biology class. The book says it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioner instead. Maybe animals have neat adaptations. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even they do. I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those damn xenofauna. Some animals here are so smart and friendly. Tange looks skeptical. They're still animals, Venus. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Doors moths look cute, but they can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen for hollow palm and raises it to the scaffolding and check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tange says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a super alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. She says, all of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. Oh, I just realized something. Her hair is kind of like a double helix. Oh, both of you. You're looking for cow in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it on the ground. It's Cyrus, one of Enemy's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Oh, now it's playing rain sounds. They're just trying to make me sleepy. I will say, between this game and Cozy Grove, I have no shortage of games that make me kind of sleepy when I play. This is definitely a cozy game, even if it does tell a nightmarish story. So, kudos for that. Cal jogs over and grabs Sirius in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Sirius stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not her fault, Cal says. She didn't know we were playing a game. Give it a second. I want to teach her how to play. Cal turns to you as Sirius leaves. Sorry, Venus, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Sirius a new game, but he's more like me than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing the dirt off. I've been trying to come up with different games other than sports ball. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. You want to learn how to play? Sounds like a total waste of time. Let me check my schedule. Yes. Cal's smile looks like it's gonna stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on the blindfold. The blindfold's a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm gonna spin you around while I go. You gotta listen to my instructions. We're gonna walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it on his voice as he spins you around, counts to 10, 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. First, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's direction as best you can or make things difficult? Make him work for it. You take 10 large steps, feeling a squelch of dirt under your shoes as you wade into the garden beds. Venus, he cries out, you're gonna get me in trouble. You shrug. Okay, next you're gonna turn a little bit to the right. You turn a lot bit to the right. No, Cal gas. He's definitely laughing now. Come on, Venus. I said a little bit. You tilt your head to the side like you're listening. Then you spread your arms wide and spin around in circles while Cal howls with laughter. Cal, Venus, a sharp voice cuts through the garden. Oh, Dib, it's your mother. What's gotten into you? She scolds as you sheepishly take off the blindfold. Get the garden beds this instant, little girl, or you'll be in so much trouble. Cal looks good. Sorry, Auntie. I was trying to teach Venus how to play a new game, but I didn't do it good. Are you gonna let him take the fall for you? Stay quiet. Speak up. Speak up. It was my fault. It's 1 empathy, 1 bravery. Nice. Tell your mom it's your fault. I know. You're the one I caught trampling around the terms. Now both of you get out of here for the rest of the day. No more games in the garden. Oh, look. Interesting. Cal squeaks as he grabs your hand and you run out of the garden, away from your mom, grousing about the broken plants. When you're far enough away, he turns to you and bursts into giggles. That was wild, he shouts. Thanks, Venus. I really wanted your mom to like me and let me help out in the garden. It's my favorite place in the whole colony. Dude, so glad for you. Dice is sitting in the grass near the gates and laid out in the jungle. He stares at nothingness, picking absentmindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice. I'm not gonna ask him. Dice glances at you. He sees your look of honest concern, which seems to make him angry. He frowns in disgust. This is such a stupid question. Why do people keep asking me that? Duh, 'cause you're so mopey. He sniffs and turns from you, looking mopier than usual. He doesn't deny your accusation. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit but doesn't say anything. He won't just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare at the big gates. The grass of the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and high as your waist. Head surveyor Tom is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You start wondering if Dice will ever acknowledge you when he says, I gotta go. He starts down the hill, he pauses, and says, this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Okay. Alright, folks. Stardust, that's a better one. Your dad is completely drenched from seasonal rains, out in the fields from any sort of shelter. Hey, Stardust, what enough for you? How do I get animals? Huh. I wonder... do this one. You each pick a native vermin keystone species and prepare an hour-long presentation to the class. You pick the float cow. Cal is excited. He was going to choose the float cow too. You end up working together on a slightly longer presentation, which gives Cal time to describe in glory detail all of the float cow births he's attended. The class is fascinated. Heck yeah. You're having a terrifying familiar dream. A large monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wiggling, moving, searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. A bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still early. It's still the early hours of the morning. You're already forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like footsteps of an angry beast. Hide under covers, play outside in the rain, go to your parents. Play outside in the rain. Aw, heck yeah, rebellion and less stress? Let's go. It's surprisingly warm outside and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned to squishy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your guest quarters, or you don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills beyond the colony. Still age 10. I harvested a piece. There's like stuff I can harvest. Check this. Oh, I can make deliveries now. Hell yeah. Oh, I just skipped through all that without reading it. I'm sorry. Basically she asked what makes me good for the job, and I said I can carry a lot. Lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job for now anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their holopalm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Done. Talk to this person. Oh, hi. Marzipan. Her full name is Marzipan. I thought her name was just Mars. Dad made me come out and get fresh air. Don't know what's so fresh about it. It's always full of acid, snow, pollen, or water. I don't know which is worse. Found something you might like. Might as well. Oh, she did not like that. Okay. And I lost it because I decided to be nice and give it to her. Let's start being mean to her. Holly was right. 6 since you go around the colony delivering supplies during your first week. It's mostly small things you can carry by hand and push with little carts, stuff like tools, electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell important delivery coming through. People actually get out of the way. -3 stress. Wait, I get paid kudos and it takes some stress off? Okay. Damn, I lost that collectible, which would have been nice. Okay. Heck yeah. +10 stress. Wait. I got organizing now? That's nice. I would like to get like animal something or another. I guess I can shovel dirt. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing the compost into the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Your hoverboard? Yeah, it's cool. Dirt? I guess it's okay. What's these stinky rotten fruit scraps? Dirt? It's okay. No, I mean just this. He waves his arms, dust encrusted up to the elbows to take in the entire grouse. We get to plant stuff and watch it grow, even if we're just moving dirt around or helping. Why do you like it so much? But it's so boring. Why do you like it so much? Well, I like digging holes under it because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. Sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. But I just thought something I like even better. And it shows you his splayed hands. Getting dirt under my fingernails. I don't know why, but it's the best. Get to work. I don't know. I'm not a fan of getting stuff under my fingernails, so. Alright. Plus 15 stress. This girl is at 82 stress. I'll go back to doing the other thing. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your hollow bone to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning, all my pals, if you can even call it morning. The new glow season, cause like everything's crazy glowing out here in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's gonna be a long month. Now it looks cool out here. Peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it. Like a massive fairy ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. Out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything's full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars' message is a note from the cow. Council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's down the other survivors have called back for the gates are closed for the month. There's tension in the air as if everyone's waiting for something. But it's so pretty out. Oh. Oh, wow. Ooh, this is... Not gonna lie, I like this. Let's see what the options are for this. Nope. I can't even sneak out? Wow. Wait. Can I view the bestiary? Float cow. These cumbersome looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium stacks. Blah, blah. There's a lot to read. Hopeye. New creature, 2 sets of eyes. Oh, they're small warriors. That must be that, like, frog mouse looking thing that I found earlier. Manicore. View map. Oh, I haven't even looked at this. Interesting. Why do they have that listed twice? Okay. Damn. Talk to her, she isn't. I'm going to school. Fair enough, stay close to us here. We don't know what's out there this time of year. As you walk away, just so that you're shut your mumble stars. It is beautiful though. Yeah, yeah, this is freaking gorgeous. I don't want it so loud. Well, probably should. Nestle off the cushions, close your eyes, listen to music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still you wonder what new songs they're writing these days. Seemingly light years away from Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults will come up with a new space shanty. It's nice, good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want to hear in your ears all the time. It's daytime when the emergency siren starts up. Well, what passes for day. It's still nearly pitch black except for the eerily green twilight glow on the horizon. You look toward the gates, they're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. Holy sh... The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for whole breaches and fires. In Space Admit, you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft on a spacesuit. On Fortuna means to go at a stupidly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is in the creche, children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud pop noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? Help hide in the creche, help fight. Well, yeah, I'm gonna help fight. Plus 20 stress, plus 5. Try your best to be brave and fight back. You first dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche, then you head outside to get your bearings. You hear yelling from top the stairs to command and a commotion in the southeast at Geoponics where your parents are working. Go command. Oh, jeez. That's gnarly. Security Chief Rat and their 3 officers are defending the door to the command wing. They're too busy to notice you because the terrifying insect creature is slashing with its razor-sharp forelegs. Monster kicks one of the officers and a rifle flies out of her hands and skitters across the ground towards you. Combat. Throw the rifle back to her. You do, and the security officer shoots the monster and its size goes away, leaving a trail of blue blood. The glows faintly in the perpetual light. After the all clear is called, you decide not to tell your parents how close you got to the fight. You know your mom would be furious. After 2 weeks of darkness, with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile, others were species no one has seen before. It was something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on new skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends button top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Okay. I got like a buff to toughness. Let's see. Friends. I'm good friends with Cal and Dice. Kinda friends with interesting. I have gear. Oh. Collectibles. Nothing. Character traits. System. Ah. Okay. How stressed is she? She's only like 70% stressed. Let's walk around and see if there's anything to collect. Can't do that yet. Can I do that yet? No. View notice board. It's been a while, but it's time to attend a meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. Mars started the SFC years ago when you were little kids. Tangy and Tanny agreed to join at the time, but then you all get busy. Other things forgot about that. Tanny died. You need an unused conference room, which Mars says is perfect for a secret club. Club President Mars brings things to order. Tan just the president writing down secrets. Vice President, fun ideas. Your job to come with something for the club to do today. You chose making friendship bracelets and for all the supplies you need. Today we're gonna make friendship bracelets, and I have an even better idea. We're gonna sell them to people for kudos. That isn't really how kudos is supposed to be used, but Mars is hard to argue with sometimes. The three of you spend time braiding bracelets out of recycled bits of wire, bright plastic packing straps. Your hearts aren't really into it though. All three of you know that Tammy would have been much better at this. Making friendship bracelets was one of her favorite things. She's always given people and didn't expect anything in return. Eventually, Mars, who calls the meeting early, she takes all your mishappen bracelets and look at them dubiously. I don't know if people want to trade their kudos for these, but I'll do my best. I'll put the kudos in the club treasury. Meeting adjourned. Yes, Tangent, you think Mars is actually going to sell them? I think so, but the club doesn't even have a treasury. She'll probably keep the kudos for herself. She doesn't seem to care. Get to work. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suite determines what conditions can appear, which decks will work best. Try to collect social yellow if you want to win battles for social, empathy, persuasion, blah blah blah. So that's locked, so I can't. That's 10. There we go. Hell yeah. Organizing perception, kudos, and stress. So much has happened last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. Security squads are training new members, keeping close, reinforcing walls, even installing a few robotic turrets and classroom drills on what to do if the colony is attacked. And the assignment you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They woke you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise. Oh yeah, her birthday was like when she first woke up from her like 2-week coma. Virtuman year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these out of the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. Pulp is soft, tastes like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there. Who knows what else you'll find. Venus is not outside the gate. It's too dangerous for kids. Your mom interrupts. I know, but eventually your dad says. Your mom cuts him off again. But not now. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there. Ooh. I helped. It was a hero. You knew about the monsters when the attack was here. I was a hero. Don't even start. You should have been a crush with others, now putting yourself in danger. You don't get it. Your mom wasn't a front or back. She was a fighter too. Such a hypocrite. Even still, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away. Chief Rat is offering self-defense lessons, you know, even for kids if you're interested. Finally! Ooh. Interesting. I gotta get a drink for this one. Your mom gives you a stern look. I know your friend Dias has been sneaking outside the walls. If I catch you doing that, I'll put a chip in your ear. You laugh like a joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What, me never? It's probably not that dangerous. I'll do what I want. I'll lie. Ha. Ha. I've already done it once. Yeah, you better never. Next month. Old dude. You look a little worn. Oh yeah, you look a little worn out despite what your mom. I think such a thing is too much work. Maybe some R&R or the lounge. I'll sleep when I'm dead. The buzzberry did not fall from the vine. You and your mom were saying. Just promise you'll take a break before it gets to that point. He called me a buzzberry. Defense training, 15 stress. They'll leave me with like 5. You attend your first session, self-defense class, a small class. Unity, only kids. Allah. Well, who the heck are you? You're not the... You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls. A flying animal could swoop out of the sky, then what do you do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna shout the beast right in the throat. Hiya! What's this? But only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. The only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer? That's step 4. The security chief doesn't scare you or so you pretend. Rhett is the biggest adult you know, he's so intense. Okay, so I'm of course stalking you through force. What do? I kick it in the face. Try to kick Grant as he approaches. He like grabs your foot, flush you in the mouth. Wrong. Use your brain. The first thing you do is call for help. Then you run. Only engage the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt. So the first rule of self-defense is not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situation awareness, we'll move on hand in hand. Self-defense, drawing out a variety of different martial arts. Only when I'm confident you're right, will we advance to weapons. Just need to get 15. That's 12. And that's 17. Heck yeah. And that is 100 out of 100 exhaustion. I'm gonna talk to you. Okay, I don't know what his deal is. Okay. Everybody's pitching a fit today. What the heck? Is everyone mad at me? Okay. Here. Cool. We're gonna relax. Yeah, relax for anonymity. Heck yeah. 50% chance to get a plus bonus. Heck yeah. Still shoveling dirt. Ooh, piece of candy. I think I might keep doing the defense training. Parasite defense is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. Security Chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it and then you do them again normal gravity, it feels like you can jump back through the wormhole. It is exhausting, but not that different from sports ball training. You're getting stronger every day, but at what cost? You go home every day. You won't hurt as much as the next. You feel like you're getting your butt kicked. Nice. This card gets a +1. Hell yeah. Animals? What? See what this chick has to say. Talking about a bug she saw in her quarters. I just realized she has scales. She's a mutant? What? They look nothing alike except the eyeballs. Cause my throat's getting sore, I'm kind of not really reading as much. If it's something I feel is super important, I'll read out loud, but for the most part I'm reading in my head because it's a lot. Wait, so every time she gets a cut or a scrape, she gets scales? What? Interesting. I thought there was something on the path over here when I was walking by earlier. I guess not. Oh. He called me a beanstalk. Oh, he has hay fever. I did relax. Need 20 or greater. F4. Wow. I'm just gonna keep doing the thingy with the thingy. You're in a cow and knee on the hill beside the garrison. At the small construction site, they seem to be throwing logs or bungling on the hill. It's a caber toss. Your turn. Choose a thicker, heavier one. Bravery. Challenge mode. Toughness challenge. Okay. It's still 10. Last round. 16. 15. 16. Yay. I'm like max level stress. Damn. Your birthday? Oh. Valentine's Day. Girl, ain't nobody gonna be your friend. Next month. Need time off. Logically, we should be friends. Best friends, sunshine, makes sense to choose best friend. I accept your proposal. Does this interest you? Oh, nice. I'll find something to do with it. Done. Maybe he'll quit being such a dick to me. Do I have something? It's all. Sure, kid. Whatever you say. Alright, Daddy-o. Phone animals when you're greater. Still no. Too stressed. Cool. Huh, nobody picked her. Damn, girl. Nobody picked you. That sounds like a you problem. Relax. Do you want to forget? Okay. Stress free. I just gotten to a point where I can like leave. No. Of course not. It's a karate competition. Heck yeah. it's back time for that weird festival. If I ever do another playthrough in this game, I'm gonna be so mean to that girl. Alright, last time I did the science fair. This time I'm gonna do bot wrestling. Let's go. That's 9. That's 10. Perfect. That's 18. I think 18 is probably. And with this month, I think we can safely end it here. If you are seeing this later on my YouTube channel or on my blog. I enjoyed playing and I hope you enjoy watching. I am going to try to stream this game to one completion, meaning play the story through at least once. But for now, this is your favorite mermaid diving back into the digital depths. Good night and sweet dreams. Blub 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 blub.